Have you ever been petting your cat, feeling like everything's perfect, and then suddenly they just walk away? Maybe they flick their tail, flatten their ears, or even swat at your hand. You might think they're being moody or unpredictable, but here's the truth. Your cat isn't being difficult. You're probably doing something that genuinely bothers them. The problem is, we humans often show love in ways that cats find confusing, stressful, or even painful. Cats experience the world completely differently than we do. Their senses are sharper, their social rules are stricter, and their tolerance for certain behaviors is surprisingly low. So today, we're going to uncover the most common human habits that secretly annoy your cat the most, and more importantly, why these things bother them so much. Understanding your cat's perspective can completely transform your relationship with them. Let's start with one of the biggest offenders: excessive or forceful petting. We love cuddling our cats and stroking their soft fur, but many cats experience something called petting-induced overstimulation. Cats have extremely sensitive nerve endings under their skin, especially along their belly, tail, and lower back. When you pet them repeatedly in these areas, those nerve endings become overloaded with stimulation. What starts as pleasant quickly becomes irritating or even painful for them. This is why a cat might suddenly bite or scratch you after several minutes of seemingly enjoying your affection. It's not that they're being mean, they're communicating that they've reached their limit. Cats also have very specific preferences about how and where they like to be touched. Most cats prefer short, gentle strokes on their head, cheeks, and chin, areas where they have scent glands and naturally enjoy being rubbed. Long, continuous petting sessions, especially on sensitive areas like the belly or the base of the tail, can quickly turn from enjoyable to overwhelming. The key is to watch your cat's body language closely. If their tail starts twitching, their ears go back, or their body tenses up, it's time to stop. Another habit that drives cats crazy is loud noises and shouting. Cats have incredibly sensitive hearing, far more acute than ours. They can hear frequencies up to 64 kilohertz, while humans can only hear up to about 20 kilohertz. This means that sounds we consider normal or even quiet can be painfully loud to a cat. When you shout, play music at high volume, or even use that high-pitched baby talk voice that many people use with pets, it can actually be physically uncomfortable for them. Imagine wearing headphones with the volume turned all the way up. That's what your cat might be experiencing when you raise your voice. This heightened sensitivity is an evolutionary trait. In the wild, cats rely on their hearing to detect prey and predators, so their ears are finely tuned instruments. In a home environment, sudden loud noises like vacuum cleaners, blenders, or even a loud TV can trigger stress responses. Your cat might hide, become anxious, or start avoiding certain rooms. If you want to keep your cat comfortable, try to maintain a calmer, quieter environment and speak to them in a soft, gentle tone. Then there's the staring contest. We humans often stare at our cats because we find them adorable and fascinating. But in the feline world, prolonged, direct eye contact is considered a threat or a challenge. When a cat stares at another cat without blinking, it's essentially saying, "I'm watching you, and I'm ready to fight if necessary." So when you lock eyes with your cat and hold that gaze, they might interpret it as aggression or dominance. This is especially true if your cat is already feeling nervous or uncertain. The slow blink, on the other hand, is the feline equivalent of a friendly smile. When a cat slowly closes their eyes at you, they're showing trust and affection. If you want to communicate love and safety to your cat, try giving them a slow blink instead of a hard stare. It's a simple shift that can make a huge difference in how your cat perceives you. If you want to build a better and more respectful bond with your cat, make sure to subscribe for more insights into the feline mind. Now let's talk about strong scents. Cats have an extraordinarily powerful sense of smell, with around 200 million scent receptors in their noses compared to our measly 5 million. This means that smells we find pleasant or barely notice can be absolutely overwhelming for them. Perfumes, scented candles, air fresheners, citrus-based cleaners, and heavily scented cat litters can all be offensive or even painful to a cat's sensitive nose. Citrus scents in particular are known to repel cats because they find them intensely unpleasant. When you spray perfume in the morning or clean the floors with a lemon-scented cleaner, your cat might avoid you or certain areas of the house. They're not being picky, they're genuinely overwhelmed by the intensity of the smell. To make your home more cat-friendly, opt for unscented or lightly scented products, especially when it comes to their litter box and sleeping areas. Your cat will feel much more comfortable and secure in an environment that doesn't assault their senses. Another habit that cats absolutely hate is being dressed up in clothes or accessories. We see adorable photos of cats in costumes and think it's harmless fun, but for most cats, wearing clothes is genuinely distressing. Cats are meticulous groomers, and their sense of cleanliness and control over their own bodies is deeply important to them. When you put a sweater, hat, or costume on a cat, you're restricting their movement and interfering with their ability to groom themselves properly. Clothes can also cause sensory overload because cats rely heavily on feeling their environment through their fur and whiskers. A costume that covers their body disrupts their spatial awareness and makes them feel trapped. Additionally, many cats interpret being dressed up as a loss of control, which can lead to stress and anxiety. Unless your cat has a medical condition that requires clothing for warmth or protection, it's best to skip the outfits and let them be comfortable in their own fur. Finally, let's talk about interrupting your cat's sleep. Cats sleep an average of 12 to 16 hours a day, and this isn't laziness, it's a biological necessity. Sleep is when cats process information, restore energy, and maintain their mental and physical health. When you wake your cat up to play, pet them, or move them from their favorite spot, you're disrupting critical rest time. Cats are also crepuscular, meaning they're most active during dawn and dusk. During the middle of the day or late at night, they're often in deep sleep cycles, and being woken suddenly can be jarring and stressful. The old saying, "Let sleeping cats lie," exists for a good reason. Respecting your cat's sleep schedule shows that you understand and honor their natural rhythms. If your cat is napping, resist the urge to disturb them, no matter how cute they look. They'll appreciate the rest, and they'll be much more social and playful when they wake up on their own terms. Which of these habits are you guilty of? Or have you noticed your cat getting annoyed by something else entirely? Let's talk about it in the comments below.